Hi, this is Chloe, and today I'm going to be talking about urban native gatherings, powwows through the lens of Tommy Orange. So as you can see below, I have a little map that I drew of my book and where it takes place, which is Oakland, California, as well as all the characters and where they end up throughout the story. The book that I read is There by Tommy Orange. This is a book that covers urban Native American people living in Oakland, California, and it talks a lot about systemic oppression and how these people navigate their lives and connect to their culture. A really important part of the story is the urban powwow, as all the characters in the story eventually reach this destination. And this connects really well to my research topic because I'm looking into how Tommy Orange gives insight to the modern urban powwow as a place of both positive community engagement, but also an environment that resurfaces and fosters many of the systemic issues that urban Native people face today. My quote is from a character named Thomas Frank, who has just been fired from his job, and he's really sad. He's sitting on the subway on the way home, and he's thinking about memories from his childhood, and he recalls that his dad used to take him to these powwows, and he thinks to himself, "Your dad took you and your sisters, after the divorce, to a Berkeley high school gym where your old family friend Paul danced over the basketball lines with that crazy light step, that grace, even though Paul was pretty big and you'd never thought of him as graceful before. But that day you saw what a powwow was, and you saw that Paul was perfectly capable of grace and even some kind of Indian-specific cool, with footwork not unlike breakdancing, and that effortlessness that cool requires." So as you could see, the highlighted words on my previous slide, things like effortless, cool, and grace are used by Tommy Orange to portray this positive and almost ethereal mood to the dancing that Paul is doing. And Orange also uses this passage to subvert an outsider's idea of what a powwow might be like, or something you would expect, such as a field or a wide open, beautiful natural area. Instead, he makes sure to include things like Paul dancing over the basketball lines in a Berkeley high school gym to show the reader that that's simply not the case here. Even Thomas Frank himself, he didn't realize that his family friend Paul was capable of this grace until he saw him dancing, and he wouldn't expect that unless it was in a traditional Native American powwow setting. We can see here that this beauty and this gracefulness can be found in urban spaces where we wouldn't expect it, and inconspicuous locations like a high school gym. This is definitely relevant to my research because it shows that Orange wants to portray an urban powwow as something beautiful and artistic for the community, and he uses Thomas Frank to do so. Thomas Frank recalls this memory of the powwow in one of his worst moments, and he uses it as almost a positive way to connect back to his culture. And Orange wants us to see that many Native people do the same thing, especially urban Native people throughout their daily lives, using memories of powwows to sort of connect to their culture and community in a positive way. And here's my works cited. Thank you very much.